Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the World of Warcraft series with our hunter Syken Shoots. It is time for the few kind of cleanup quests in the N20s. I got the world buffs, I got ready, and we are starting in Duskwood. A great location if you want to do all of the quests, that is. And today Worgen and a couple of other high level quests are on our menu. Typically Worgens are difficult because of their high burst potential, but we are so buffed at the moment that I don't think they pose a huge risk for us. Just not like that. I started by just testing out the new gun and also getting our weapon skills up. So two-handed swords is now at 120, which is right about the level of two-handed axes. That was not worth recording, but it was essentially me just spamming wing clip over and over and over again. And yeah, that showed me how much damage we're doing even in melee with all of the world buffs. So we're potentially at a massive power spike at this moment. So I feel very confident going into kind of the level 30 quests. I talked about the Night Watch quest earlier. They have a nice 10 slot bag and a 12 slot ammo pouch, which would be a slight upgrade to our 10 slot ammo pouch at the moment. Since we do have a crafted one for level 30, I will take the quiver and not the ammo pouch from the quest. And in the meantime, we're just trading in all of the quests. So we're close to level 30 actually, which is surprising. Wouldn't have guessed that it would work that fast. Cool. Next up, we're going to get Night Runners, which are right next to the location over here. Might as well just kill all of the Worgen, trade it in, and then I think that piece will be done. Then we're just going down, taking the Ogre Monocle, which is another like level 30-ish quest, and we're going to do all of the graveyard quests, including the Night Watch, which will be huge. And I think then that kind of concludes Duskwood already. With early level 30, there are plenty of things that we can do, but I would want to finish Ashen Vale, and in particular the Tower of Nauroxis, or whatever his name was. Just look at how quick we're getting these guys down. Unreal. Two shots and he's already at 50%. That's what up-to-date equipment combined with world buffs is looking like. Oftentimes when I'm being cheap on my equipment, I use world buffs just to kind of carry it, because they are like super strong. But if you do have up-to-date equipment and you have world buffs on top of it, well, that's just crazy amounts of damage. Like, these are two casters, typically a very scary prospect. And we're just killing them as if it would be no business. It doesn't surprise that I like to grind when you do have world buffs. Oh, And I'm looking for a stockades group as we speak. That would be something that actually would work out well for us. So general line of things is let's try to get this and Eschenvale done. Okay, little trick here. Just a tiny bit of bandaging. That was a funny pull. We had like 50% on Cypher, and I face tanked. Then used a few ticks of the bandage, but got interrupted during that period of time, just to get him enough hit points in so that we can continue. Yeah, normally I would of course not advise to do like triple pulls here. But with the level of strength that we are currently having, I feel confident doing it. Damn, our sword training wasn't enough. The whole idea of getting it up was so that our swings wouldn't miss. Lots of easy double pulls here, and mind you, these guys are fully on our level. We're not talking about like greenish or grayish mobs, although it feels like that with all of the world buffs. This one is not bad. I actually think we should get Intimidate right away, simply because it solves threat problems. And it's a nice little stun. Okay, let me finish the Worgen here. Fast forward for the rest for you. Alright, Worgen done. Time for us to trade in. And then it's Ogre time down here with the Ogre Monaco. And quite a few quests at the graveyard. Duskwood is really a nice area. I like the whole concept of a haunted forest with Stitches roaming and patrolling and making your life a living hell. Oh, I forgot. There is Worgen Part 3 in the cave down here. Ooh, that one was... that's a nasty one. Yeah, let's do it. I like the idea of going into that cave. I think the cave was here, but there are also apparently a couple over here. So yeah, let's do that. Gosh, our melee attack is still missing very often. By the way, I haven't even mentioned it at the beginning. I trained swords and now got the two-hand sword from the quest line in Ashara. That's a really good sword. Remember how I mentioned make sure that you are always clearing a lot more than you actually need to. That holds true with Worgen as well. Put a trap here, just in case we're pulling multiples. Cypher isn't seeing a lot of damage. Not a lot at all. Yeah, I figured we would see multiples. But this time I'm ready. Good, first things first. I think we're just going to abandon mission here. Let's get Cypher with us. No, it didn't work out. Could have healed Cypher, but it's easier to just reset. We'll take the option to get some stat food going as well. Cypher gets nicely fed up and we're going to try the whole thing again. Cypher isn't regaining any loyalty, so might as well let him try to damage. Continuing to feed him. You always need to wait those 20 seconds during the feeding process, and if they are entering combat, they're not gaining any loyalty or any like morale. The happiness isn't increasing. Next time I'm going to give him the mutant shops here. For now he's fine. Use the stun. And these guys are all our levels, plus all of them are warriors, so it's really good to see that we can that easily go through them. Now we need the tainted ones. Got all of the warriors out of the way. Yeah, we need to pull back. See, this guy's coming. Gotta be very careful. that's the wrong one in the trap. The small one is actually a named enemy. And he can slap, so we gotta be really careful there. I'll conserve a little bit of mana. And we're good. The killing speed. Here we go, guts spill. He indeed spills guts. He has thresh, didn't he? No, tainted hall. Okay. Luckily for us, we're so buffed that Gutspill is having nothing on us. The only gut that was spilled on this day was his. Gotta be a bit careful, this camp here should never add. Having 5-6 of them on top of whatever we're trying to kill is a death sentence, even for someone as buffed as I am. Reminder to myself, we need better water, even though we're a hunter and not a high mana class. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, so that's level 15 water. Okay. Well, we could get level 25 water then. Alright, placing a trap there, just in case, because I know that this here could pull multiples. Good, we need 2 more of them. There's typically another named one in here. Seems to be not up this time. That's okay. Yeah, this is a scary cave, although me just plowing through it might not have made it look as if it would be very scary, but it actually is. Like, normally I'm super careful, but equally I'm playing a easy class, highly buffed, and I wouldn't say twin gear, but got very level appropriate gear on me. Twin gear would mean everything is like super well equipped, and that's not the case. But we do have world buffs, which essentially makes it as if we would be twinged. Right, trade in. Good. This finishes the whole quest. Nice little boost of experience. And we're moving to the ogres. I think the cloak is outdated, the hours is better. But nonetheless, it was a very good boost. Like, we're 25% in, and we just did one quest line. Plus we leveled, we're already level 30. Can't believe how fast this is going. Like, let's look at the playtime. I wasn't even trying to optimize that. But we're what, 30 hours in, 1 hour per level. That's quick. That's reasonably quick for not trying to optimize anything here. Level 30 also, by the way, has feign death, so funnily enough, that would be a fantastic ability to have now. Just because we could evade some of the problems. Anyways, fast forwarding to the ogres. Cool, here we go, ogre time. We need to go to the cave and I think kill one particular ogre. And we could do that by simply sneaking alongside the very edges, or we're doing it like I played most of the hunter time, which is simply go through the middle, no remorse, kill everything. And these, like straight plowing through the enemy type of movements, that grinding really paid out. That's where all of that little extra XP is coming from, in between. Specifically if I fight casters, that's my absolute favorite. Like, look at that. 21, 22, 23, 24, and gone. 4 seconds. Crits for 270 on Clossies. Yeah. Not even trying to like clear everything here. It just so happens that these guys are standing in the way. Doing stockades now, by the way, would also be a nice little change of pace. We could do Duskwood into stockades, into Ashen Vale. That's a very valid proposition. Black Pheasant depth, unfortunately, a bit off the table by now. Because we've again out-leveled it. Like 28 is, I think, the absolute end boss. So it would be pushing it if we would be much higher than that. Alright, so we ventured through the cave. Time to kill Zargvul, the boss here. Using a couple of cooldowns. He is definitely the strongest of the ogres here. And he pretty much falls like the rest. Typically caves are dangerous, but since we killed like literally everything and very, very fast, plus this is not a hyperspawn area, which means once enemies are down, they're actually not going to immediately come back. So that was easy enough. Problem solved. We're moving up to the graveyard next. Alright, look at that. the graveyard, and this will be a really long kill mission. So 21 skeletons if we get the perfect combination of them, and then 20 plague spiders, but that's okay. And we got a delivery, so might as well start moving around and essentially trading in the delivery. And most of them are the higher level ones, yeah, healers and co. Alright, suggestion, we're going straight across the graveyard. Trading in the delivery. Although, by thinking about it, many of these guys are actually within this crypt. Okay, that's Morladin. I assume he's back there. Just need to make sure that we're not triggering him. Rest is okay. Nah, he's also coming over here. Alright. Let's be a bit cautious. Just need to stay away from this guy, that's all. Which level is this warlock? 30. So here's the same problem that I'm having. He can't face Morladin heads on. I could kite this guy, but what's the point? He will respawn very soon. Alright, time for us to raid this little tome. Good, let's clear this area here. There is a patrol. I'm very actively looking in this direction because that guy could come up any second. Now we have lost line of sight to him, so it's a potential ad that could come. Good. Having cleared this entrance makes the rest a lot easier. There's a rare mob downstairs. Likely Commander Ferris or whatever his name is. And Morladim is upstairs. He never comes down here, so we're safe in that regard. Just clearing out the tome should give us enough warders. Don't need these skeletal healers, we're fine. We can now go a little bit deeper. There's still that patrol. I'm unsure why that is not showing. Maybe this was him, the warder that tends to walk up. That's Commander Ferris right there. And I think the other ones are actually upstairs. Ah, there he is. So we just learned this is a hyperspawn area, meaning I can't just let my guard down. Enemies will be respawning. Just preemptively healing myself. There's the commander. Looks like a solo pull to me. That would be a resurrection of himself. We don't want that. And we got some nice male gloves. Okay, enough killing down here. We just need skeletal raiders, which we can find basically upstairs. Killed a lot of the guys downstairs. Now it's just a matter of not running into more Ladim. Careful, nothing, okay. I think the raiders are spawning upstairs, so I'll just plow away here and fast forward for you guys. Alright, so we're done with the grind. Funnily enough, proving your worth is to be handed in right here. And we still got all of the plague spreaders, but we can do that. We'll go here into over here and do the plague spreaders in between. And still, I'm amazed about the kill speed that we're having. It's crazy. We're like, what, 50% into the level? Nice. Good, where is that seeking wisdom quest? It's over here? No. We're seeking wisdom. In other words, what did I just get? Ah, Stormwind. Okay, sure. But that's a quest for a future situation. Weathered Grave, super hard quest. Because it spawns an elite. Level 35 one. So you kill him when you also go for Moladin. So the answer is not now. Good. And here's the rest of the plague spreaders. We're doing the same strategy that we've done so often, which is effectively straight through the middle instead of trying to weasel our way around it. You know what? We're so close. Might as well just trade in that one damned quest, because for the love of it, I can't remember. Ogre Thieves. Let's hope it's not a quest down here.
How are you? Have a good one. Safe travel.
Very good. Ghoul Rips. I was about to say I vaguely remember that there is a second quest here, but for the love of God, I can't remember what that quest was. Yeah, the rotted ones are a bit annoying because you got to deal with those little spawns after they die. Okay, our main target is the inner part here, but each of these guys can also drop ghoul rips, and we need ghoul rips. Plenty of ghoul rips. So, as I was saying, strategy is simple but efficient. We're just going to kill everything. I'll showcase how we're going to free up the top part, and then maybe we need to go a little bit into the cave. Not a problem, because Moladin only moves around there, so there isn't really, as long as you are not like really overstaying your welcome and moving deep into this area. You're just not going to have a problem with him. I'm noticing that the part when we're so ultra buffed that becomes more and more of a limitation is actually our mana, funnily enough. Good. Fast forward the rest here. We'll get the ghoul rips and we'll kill the plague spreaders for now. Alright, so we cleared the entire interior here. Got our ghoul rips and also all of the kills for the night watch, which is good. Getting out of here will be a bit more difficult though. because there is a bit of respawn, but nothing that we can't handle. Sometimes body pulling is the best way to pull. Soon there will be respawn behind us, so I gotta be a bit careful. Yep. And because I don't want to have ads during our time when we're fighting, I'm just taking down the respawn immediately. That was not clever. Could have pulled with something that is not a dot. Okay, and we got out. Like I mentioned, I don't like to just barely kill enough to get a way through the enemies. I like to make sure that left and right is clear. That way you're not ending up with any more ads. More respawns downstairs. Yeah, and we're being okay. Matter of fact, we're actually being more than okay. We're almost leveled again. The world buffs and the continuous grind during the missions has gotten us to 70%, which is crazy considering that we're still in an hour per level pace. Which at level 30 is not that easy to come by. Like you can do that until level 20 if you're reasonably good at leveling, but afterwards it becomes more difficult to get a level per hour. Simply because the levels take so much longer. And it's not like we're just focusing on leveling as well. We have trade skills, quite a few actually. Bottom line, this is a fast playthrough.
See you later. See you now.
Okay, we need to go yet again back to the ogres. Get to that crate. Deal with it. And then we can trade in 2 further quests afterwards. I think once we got the crate, we can actually trade the 3rd one in. So that would be 3 quests at once. Might not fully level us, but close to. So let me get to the ogres. Alright, back at Ogre Village. We're having a solid 30 minutes worth of world buffs, so it's actually worthwhile using that. If I had to select a location where to kind of grind it out, this would potentially be relatively high on my list, because these guys are super good XP. Drop over like flies, even the melee ones. Was the chest somewhere up here, or am I tripping? I have the vague memories that it was on top, like literally up here, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Oh yeah, it was here. Never mind. My memory deceived me. Yeah, I think we'll need to get back up here. Unfortunately, my questy is broken, so it doesn't register updates immediately. Let me get back north and trade in the quest. Okay, time to get Abercrombie's chest back. There you go. And that will now finally lead to Darkshire. Okay, cool. Listen, the shortest way is through here, then grind a couple of works and trade in all of the quests. We're not that far away from leveling up. We still got a good amount of world buffs going. So I think it might be advisable to grind that down. Oh, look at that. The rare tracker has found a victim. That's a free magic item. Nothing that I would be using because he drops kind of a, what's it, level 20 item? 18, yeah. But still, you can sell it. Alright, we're exactly at 80%, so what I will say is I'll just grind out the last 20% because we're done, and it would be wasteful to not use the world buffs. I can just use it at the Worgen here, that's nearest camp. And then we're going to trade in. About 60-70 minutes in, a little bit more than 15 minutes, and we got more than 20% grinded off. I would even say with the world buffs and a good grinding spot, this year is likely not the best. You could manage to get even more out of that. You could still, for a couple of levels, keep the 1 level per hour rhythm. It's really quick kill times, and the XP is still very, very good. I'm not the biggest fan of just stupid grinding. It does make for a very entertaining playthrough, and quite frankly, I mean, yes, I could do it if it is needed, but there are alternatives, so I might rather go to questing. Even if it is a tad slower, it is more fun, and you typically get nice rewards and reputation out of it, which in the long run typically outlast or outweigh the short-term benefits of just mob grinding. But from time to time, specifically when you're having world buffs, I came to the conclusion that it would be wasted to not use them. And yeah, you can just see how strong they are. I still have the Onyxia buff on me. Which will last me for a good 5 minutes. I intend to grind that completely out, and then we're basically done here. So yeah, let's fast forward that. Alright, I stopped a little bit early, but listen, I mean, we made 30% in around 20 odd minutes. Grinding is not the most efficient way unless you're an AoE mage, but it is still very, very efficient if you do have the right buffs. We're going to go for the 12 slot quiver as indicated. And look at that, more attack speed. That's fantastic. Plus, frankly, more space.
What can I do for you? Light bless you, or the Alliance. Go with honor. Be careful. Greetings.
Yeah, message to Darkshire, we don't need to do that.
Light be with you. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. What can I do for you? The Alliance. Light bless you.
Alright, translation of the letter done.
Be careful, or the Alliance. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
Oh, yeah, that was the elite quest. Well, we're going to do that when we're a little bit higher level. Now the now the world buffs are gone, and there are a couple of elite quests. I could do that one solo now, but there are a couple of more elite quests, so might as well do them as a package. Still alone, but like level 35, and then you can do all of them as a package deal.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
Good. We're ending up our adventure here with pretty much 20% in level 31. Need to buy new skills, need to buy new arrows, need to buy new everything. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.